Game number one is getting underway right now. Ek0p versus Purple. Ek0p's going to have to win this match if he wants to keep his playoffs hope alive. But Purple, he's looking to clinch himself that spot, and every single win is going to bring him one step closer to doing it.
Yeah, Ek0p cannot afford a loss here tonight. Purple probably still has a few to give. And this is something we actually haven't seen out of Purple here a lot lately, but something he's really known for playing.
Yeah, I think this is a very, very big nod to the fact that Ek0p is going to be playing Warlock pretty darn often in these scenarios. Paladin's not too bad of a matchup either, especially when you pick up a Fan of Knives.
Well, if it's the aggro Paladin deck, this Fan of Knives is going to be all but sealing the deal here. It is quite good in this matchup. Plus, SI Agent, great as well. Pilot Shredder, also good at fighting for the board. So it's all about if Ek0p can swarm him enough in the first couple turns. This deck, it's pretty much all in from turn one.
Yeah, but this is not a surprise to be seeing this played. It's such a strong Paladin strategy right now. People oftentimes just forget that this is the way that Paladin's playing too.
And also, this is actually one of the hardest turns of the game. What do you do on turn one against Rogue? Because their hero power is so good against you. You definitely want to get this Argent Squire play. The Leopard Gnome still gives you value if he kills it. You don't want to be playing South Sea Deckhand because you don't get a ton of extra value from it if he kills it. Plus, later it'll be good if you pick up a weapon.
That preparation is so key to this game. You know, I've practiced a little bit with Purple playing against aggressive strategies, and he thinks that preparation is necessary in Rogue to be able to keep up tempo with these decks.
Yeah, and you see there's a muster for battle in Ek0p's hand, but Purple has the Fan of Knives. This is going to be set up very well. Purple's going to take care of this Divine Shield this turn as well.
It doesn't look like he actually wants to take care of it.
Might just actually take care of the minion here to take a little less damage.
Yeah, I don't actually I'm a little bit surprised that he's Fan of Knives in here.
Oh, he's going to, yeah, I'll say he's going to Fan of Knives, take care of the board, and use an SI7 agent to finish off here, yeah.
Yep, just feels comfortable. The SI7 agent and his dagger are going to be enough to keep control of the board while the piloted shredder and hopefully these Tinker Sharpsword oils can finish things off.
It's an aggressive play from Purple. I like it. You know, you can't just sit back and try to control the board over and over again against this deck. All they need is one minion to live for just a little while, and they can really take care of you.
Ek0p investing into this SI7 agent, and frankly, I don't dislike this play. I actually kind of like it a lot because of the way that this is going to interact in the next couple turns. He understands that he has to keep a threat on board and do something about it. But Purple, he says, you know what? You can keep your 2-on-1s. I'm turning up the heat.
Yeah, he's going to turn up the heat here. Also, you know, it kind of gives some misinformation to Purple as well. He might be trying to bluff a Consecration or something like that, maybe to make Purple play a little differently in this game, or to always fear that card.
Very interesting play from Ek0p. And that's sort of exactly where I was visiting with Ek0p and his style of play. He loves to play these little card advantage battles, and is, you know, 1 point of damage to make your opponent play a little bit differently. That's a good spot to be in. But Purple, I mean, you could see it. He just took advantage of that. He swung for face.
Yeah, I like Purple being aggressive here because sometimes you just need to race this deck. Now, Ek0p, if he's going to spend 4 mana on a card this turn, I like Blessing of Kings being played before the weapon, True Silver Champion, because you know, the longer the game goes on, the more unlikely you are to have a minion in play against a Rogue. They're going to eventually get control of the board unless you win, which, you know, Blessing of Kings is one of the steps to do that. You can always get a True Silver Champion into play and always attack with it. Rogue not known for having something to kind of taunt up and keep, you know, you away from attacking their face. So I like this sequence in from here.
Yeah, a little bit of a dangerous play from Ek0p. Says, you know what, if you have sap, you got this minion taken care of. Purple doesn't have sap, but guess what? He has a Shiv in his deck.
Yeah, Shiv, something we haven't seen in quite a while, but this Shiv plus this Eviscerate is going to take care of this beefed up, you know, minion here. But, you know, I like him playing into the sap because there's really nothing you can do. You're going to get sapped at some point in time.
I totally agree with you. It's just really interesting to me that Purple is playing a Shiv in his deck. You know, how does he have this kind of read on Ek0p? Shiv is such a great card versus these aggressive decks. And even against Paladin right here, again, a way to deal with a Blessing of Kings minion is so important.
Well, I mean, Ek0p's been very aggressive in a lot of his matches lately, so maybe, you know, Purple just had the Shiv in there for any of the aggressive decks that Ek0p was going to be doing. And you're gonna see Purple be, I'm gonna say he's going to dagger up. I thought he might use his Eviscerate here to take care of this Knife Juggler, but he's going to be patient with it.
Yeah, which is a little bit surprising to me.
Well, he has 2 Tinker Sharpsword oils, so I think he's trying to look for the win over the next turn.
That's exactly what he's doing. Ek0p gonna be reluctant to let that happen though.
Yeah, picking up.
Is this upstairs? Is this all upstairs?
I think it's the only way he can win from here.
Yeah,
it's the only way he can win from here is to go upstairs. His hand is not good. He can't really fight this like long value battle anymore. And I mean, Purple is kind of dictating the pace of this game. Purple's making him play this way as well.
If Purple takes another point of damage, he's actually just dead this turn. He doesn't know that he's dead, but he's got to figure out something here.
Yeah, I will say he's gonna actually play around it as much as he can here, but
Yep, so he gets a 3-2 off of it. Not bad, but Consecrate is right in Ek0p's hand. He's going to be happy to play that next turn.
I think you're going to see him Eviscerate and Dagger up here next turn and try to maybe win next turn with the Tinker Sharps with Oils, but I don't know if he has enough time with all this.
If he Eviscerates to 15, attacks for 1, Daggers up. He's looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage next turn.
Yeah, with the Blade Flurry.
So he's 1 damage off if he does that situation.
Yeah, I guess he just has to. Yeah, he has to go for this now, and then next turn he can use Eviscerate.
Yeah, but he's got to have this 6-2 live, and Ek0p is not going to let that happen. This Consecrate is going to all but shut down Purple's entire game. Purple quite literally has to draw a way to heal this turn, or he is dead.
Yeah, Purple has to draw a way to heal, and he needs to still kind of pressure Ek0p. Ek0p's at 19 here. Purple has a Sprint in his hand. This card is actually kind of a liability in this matchup as well if a Divine Favor ever comes off the top for Ek0p as well.
Yeah, so 2 minions on board. Doesn't matter if they're 1/1s and 2/1s.
Everything's lethal.
Everything's lethal when you got 1 point of health.
And that's not going to be good enough.
Well, actually, you know, it could buy him another turn. This will keep him alive for a single turn.
Yeah, I was going to say, this will actually, buy him 1 more turn, yeah. See if he can finish it off the next turn, though. Oh, Ek0p.
It's not enough. I mean, Ek0p, are you sweating at all if you're in Ek0p's position? I mean,
yeah, you have to be sweating a little bit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage.
He needs to find a way to do combo here,
Deadly
right?
Poison?
Yeah, but I'll say Deadly Poison gets it done, right?
Preparation?
10, 15.
Ek0p's even just going to bless it away. This 1/1. I don't mind it, but do you need to right now? Blood Mage Thalnos? He's one mana short of being able to activate that Tinker Sharp Sword Oil.
Yeah, he's only got 9 mana, not 10 here. Now, does Sprint find you anything? Does Purple Sprint here trying to find Sap or a removal spell and then just dies to Consecration? But
well, the other thing I'm looking at is there any chance that Purple can play the Blood Mage and eviscerate his own Blood Mage to try to find an anti-heal bot? But given that Ek0p didn't just kill you with charge damage, are you expecting a Consecration in hand?
You can't play around the second Consecration. You've already seen 1. So Purple's got to hope that, this is something that, doesn't actually kill him, and then the top card of the deck doesn't kill him as well.
The only way actually to play around it would have been to Blood Mage and eviscerate it to try and draw an anti-heal bot. But that's pretty slim pickings at that point. Ek0p going to take game number 1 with the last card that he has left. And boy, what a game it was. I love this queue up from Ek0p because he can oftentimes expect Purple to bring Rogue. And those aggressive decks, that's what you want to be playing.